So I'm here to tell you about OurNet. About 15 years ago, I was visiting some friends and I saw this wonderful little local website that had between 150 and 250 people on it every single time I looked at it. And I was so inspired by it. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. I'd like to do something like that. And so I thought, how could I automate that? So for the past 15 years, I've been working on automating the website. And in fact, about a year and a half ago, I launched the first version of it, which was great in many ways, but it didn't have the richness and the density that I was really looking for. So I pulled it, and then we made a momentous decision. We decided we'd move to Portugal, where there's sunshine, there's lots of programs available, and really get the site up and running. So now it's time to tell you a bit about what the website is that I've been working on. It's called OurNet, and it's www.ournet.news. And it's effectively a local website. And it's, just imagine Facebook and a local newspaper and communication with your local government and the opportunity to chat to people locally and all sorts of things, local advertising, local suppliers, all those sort of things melded in together into what I like to call a virtual village magazine. So basically you create your own virtual village by putting in filters to get local stuff, to get stuff that you're interested in. And the whole thing is merged together into a local magazine. And there's some quite unique things about this magazine because there's been lots of problems on the internet with abuse and misuse of media like Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc. Now, OurNet does away with that because I've invented something which I call social intelligence. We're not using artificial intelligence, we're using social intelligence. And social intelligence is actually using the wisdom that we have as human beings in relating to each other and planting it into the context of the internet. And what this does is it creates, it encourages people rather. It encourages people to contribute to each other rather than to compete with each other. So it helps develop community, it helps put you in touch with the community, it gives you all you need to hold your community. And I'm just so excited by it. And now I come to what for me is the difficult bit actually, because I'm here to ask for your help. And I need help in a couple of ways. Firstly, we need help from people that are inspired by this idea of creating a new sort of internet for us all to use. And they can be people with a technical background, a social background, a community background, economics background, whatever sort of background you can bring. And if you're enthused by this concept, we really ask you to bring it to us. But the second sort of thing is we need money. We can't do anything without money. And we need money to develop the second version, a beta version, which we're then going to roll out to local communities to test it and see whether it's really working as I believe it will. So now there's several ways you can give money. You can either give money by just ringing me up and saying, hey Michael, I've got a couple of £100,000 for you, or dollars, or euros, or whatever. Or you can say, actually, I can afford $3 a month, or I can afford $5 a month, and just make a pledge to contribute to us over a period of time. Both would be incredibly welcome. I'd really value it, but I'd really implore you, only give what you feel you can afford to give, because we're not in the business of ripping people off. The other thing I really want to tell you about OurNet is that we totally respect people's privacy. What we're planning to do is give you the publishing rights over your material, over your data. And the intention of the whole of the OurNet scheme is to put control back in the hands of the people that use the site. We're not here to abuse you. We're going to do our best. We're going to find out about what you want. We're going to invite people along on a random basis to annual conferences to tell us what we're doing well and what could be improved. We're absolutely committed to having a fully social instrument for a really social world. And our fundamental aim is to change the world just one conversation at a time. Thank you.